It may surprise a lot of people to learn that the world's first successful combat submarine was launched during the Civil War. A replica of the Hundley was on display recently at the Wilder Homestead in Burke, New York, where school kids also got to spend the day visiting a Civil War encampment. Our Jack LaDuke takes us along for a day of living history.
300 children got a chance to see what it was like to be a member of the first submarine in live battle during the war between the states. The legendary Hundley changed naval warfare forever by concealing a boat under the water.
A crew of 8 men, but 7 men turned the hand crank. And it wouldn't have turned this easy. That flywheel there only weighs about 30 pounds, and the original would have weighed in excess of 300 pounds. And the reason being to help you with inertia, because you had the resistance of the prop in the water, plus trying to move 7,000 or 8,000 pounds of submarine. So once you got it going, that extra 300-pound flywheel helps you keep it in motion.
The Hundley sunk with all aboard, no survivors. The Confederate engineers who built the Hundley did not have computers for crafting the underwater vessel. They used their imagination.
Nothing can replace a piece of paper, a pencil, a brain, and an imagination. Nothing. That's how this was started. They didn't have computers. They didn't have all the fancy tools and all the know-how when they built this. And this submarine was built in 1863 and could submerge in 60 foot of water. It was built and tested in Mobile, Alabama. And they could stay under 20 to 30 minutes under full power. That's in 1863.
A spear-like device attached to the front of the Hundley containing explosives that blasted a hole in the enemy's ship, letting water pour in. The Hundley sank one Union ship. Percussion from it killed everyone on the Hundley. A Civil War camp was set up for further education. Students learned about life and war during the 1800s.
We kind of jumped on board because a lot of our kids since COVID don't have a lot of background knowledge, and we read things and they're like, what was going on? So we talked to our principal and she thought it was a good idea, so we wanted to come here so they could experience what it was like to live at that time. Some of my boys were interested in the weapons. We're reading a book about a black powder gun, and the characters said it was a little mite long for them, so they actually got to see how long the musket was back then. So a lot of reasons we came. It's a great day. It's a beautiful day.
So you loaded 7 bullets, you put the spring-loaded assist in, lock it up, all of a sudden, bullets load, cock and fire.
It seemed that everyone rushed to see and hear the field artillery live demonstration. No cannonballs were used, only gunpowder. When the smoke cleared, it was obvious to see why learning days like this one pay off handsomely for students. For Mountain Lake Journal, I'm Jack LaDuke.